Hi, it's Scott Fox. Welcome to another expert website review. I'm Scott Fox from expertwebsitereviews.com, among many other places on the internet. Today we're going to be talking about business continuity plan template from my friend Eric. Eric, thanks for ordering this review from me. We had a great coaching call recently. That private coaching call we had, I think, covered a lot of ground, and it sounds like it inspired you in this direction, so I'm happy to hear that. So let's talk about your website and what we can do with it to make it even more what you want. In the form that you filled out, you let me know some details about businesscontinuityplantemplate.com, and you asked for my opinions on overall appeal, areas for improvement, recommendations for how to promote. And you noted your target audience is IT managers, computer analysts, and maybe lawyers. So your real goal, I think, is to sell. You have this book, which we can see here in the upper corner, Business Continuity Plan Template with Instructions. This is one of the many Amazon books that you have published, and so your goal is to drive sales of that book. And also you note to provide value-added information to help small businesses who could or would not otherwise have the money to spend on business continuity planning. Now, I think this is a clever idea, as we discussed on our private coaching call, but I also wanted to just point out that this is clever from the URL down, okay? So I like the fact that you included the word template right in the domain name, and even in your branding here, template. And the book is called Template, which is good. This links right over to Amazon, right? But here you've got the template idea right there. And I think this is interesting because it offers an opportunity for you in the sense that you're appealing to businesses, as you said, who are smaller businesses who don't have the resources, meaning the cash, to do a full-on continuity plan. And this is really, for those of you who are familiar with this concept, it's the idea of disaster planning, basically, for a business. So how do you keep your computers up and running if the power goes out? What if there's an earthquake or a fire or something like that? You got to keep your business going. And big businesses like banks and stuff spend millions of dollars getting ready for these scenarios, and the same kind of planning can benefit much smaller businesses too. So Eric, I think you're on to something here. And so let's talk about the website and how to market it even better. Okay, so let's start at the top. Like I said, I like the idea of template because that suggests automatically that this is something somebody could buy and fill in the blanks essentially to get themselves on the road toward having a good plan. I think that's a good approach. Now, in terms of actually arranging the website and making money, let's get more specific. I think there's some room for improvement here. The first is that basically you've started here with a blog, and that's fine, and you've written a bunch of different posts here over the last month or so, I guess. And this is a great idea in terms of getting search engine weight for your new website so that Google will notice it. You start putting out posts that have the keywords that you want to be known for in there, and I can see that you do. One quick suggestion would be to stop abbreviating it as BCP, 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 because that isn't going to get searched on very much. I understand that's maybe a well-known lingo in the trade, but you need to spell it out, not keep doing this. When you are trying to get keyword optimization going. So spell it out at least more than half the time, okay? And then find out other ways to say it as well. Like here you said DRP, but spell out DRP as you did here. Don't just abbreviate it each time. And you need to keep those keywords going repeatedly. All right, so the blog approach I agree with. It's not generally the first step, though, so I think you skipped a really important step, and that is to have a homepage. When you land here, you land on the blog, and I can kind of figure out what it's about, and I can see, I'm used, as anybody is these days, used to the sequential ordering of the posts so that I could read through and find things. But what it doesn't do, Eric, what you're missing is a homepage that just welcomes people and says what you're about and what you want them to do. So you need a home page, and it can still use the same header, but it needs to say basically, this is the service, this is why you landed on this page, because people are going to find you mostly through search engine marketing or maybe from your books, right? So you need to affirm to them, yes, you have landed in the right page, this is about business continuity planning for small businesses, and make them feel good that they're there, and then ask them what you want them to do. Tell them what's next. And in this case, it's probably buy this book, or build an email list. And I didn't see an email list collector here, and that is always the big miss that people do when they start building the website. You need to start collecting emails as soon as you can so that you have an asset, a list of people that are interested in this topic, so that you can then sell them the book or sell them the next book, and get them on some sort of subscription or recurring business basis with you. That's how you make the real money. It's rarely in the first sale, to be quite honest. So you suggested some competitor sites, and I looked at those. So let's take a look, and this is an example, right? See, these folks are doing exactly that. They explain very clearly what they're about and what you can get if you fill in this email list. Done. And that's pretty much their whole homepage, right? It's a lead collector, and that's really what you need to do as well. Now, the other example you gave me was over here. And these folks, now this is they're going bigger. This is more like trying to get big companies. You can see like Kia and these, big corporations sort of thing. So they're not quite the same lead structure. But again, they have a landing page and that explains what we do, how we do it, how we're different, resources, and then then the blog, right? So the blog is really to fill in questions, answers really, to provide answers to questions, or to help build the relationship and build your credibility. But before you do that, you have to explain to them who you are, what you're offering, and what you want them to do now that they've found this page. Okay? So that probably makes sense, and I bet you can add that. So that would be in front of this, right? And so you can still have the blog here, but the blog would be a subsection, as it was on this other site. Over here. You see down here, it's reinforcement from the main offer. Okay, so you need a main offer page. Now on that main offer page, this stuff you have all the pieces here pretty much already. You have some explanatory text down here. This mission, see, like this. This isn't really sidebar material. This could quite easily be the headline of the homepage, right? Oh, this is what we're doing. Okay, so you start with this. And then you put, I would put a much bigger graphic of your book. Buy the book here on Amazon.com, and an email collector, and then you can put this author stuff at the bottom and say, here's the author, and here's why he's an expert and why you should trust me. So that together, you kind of got your home page, but you squished it into a sidebar over here. Does that make sense? So, and then the blog could be additional section, again, kind of like that competitor I showed you a second ago. They have the blog as reinforcement of all this stuff. Okay, so you've got the pieces here. It's just a little bit of rearrangement. That will make a landing page that is a lot more exciting for people. Now, the free tools makes a lot of sense. If this is the stuff you can give away, this is excellent. And at least I assume it is. I haven't read it all. It looks pretty techy to me, so you might want to make it look a little less challenging for folks who aren't really sure about this. But if this is the idea, if this means buy the book, this link, get the complete template, then I would spell it out. Buy the book on Amazon.com and use the Amazon logo. People know what that means, or use a buy button or add to cart or all the above, right? If this is the point, I'm pointing at this book, if selling this book is the point, you've got to give it a lot more airtime than you're doing with this little sidebar here, okay? But as I mentioned, what I think could be just as big or even more important than the promotion of the book is email sign up. So that should be a big thing in every page as well, to collect the emails and start building a list. Now, privacy policy, that's fine, but you certainly don't need that to be so important that it's in your top menu. And the contact us, this is so anonymous. I mean, you're copywriting it yourself anyway. Why not make this a little more personal? Put your, I would take advantage of the fact that you're a solopreneur appealing to small business owners, and put your picture on here and say, hi, I'm Eric. If you have questions about this stuff, email me and I'll be happy to help you. And if you haven't already, buy the book, because that's got most of the answers in it, right? That kind of thing. That's really what you want to be doing with a contact page like this. But the privacy policy certainly doesn't belong up in the header here, because that's not that important. That's something that could at most be down in the footer. Similarly, the search box. I don't know what anybody's searching for. That's often comes in the themes that people use when they put up their new website, but I think it's really distracting. Do you really have that much stuff that people need to search? You want to eliminate distractions and reduce the amount of potential confusion for new arrivals on your page. The point of a website is to drive them towards specific actions. And so you've laid out kind of a menu of stuff here, but you don't want to be distracting them with opportunities to go read your privacy policy when they could be buying the book, right? Or signing up for the email list. So that's the kind of strategy I would think of. Try to put an offer page, think in terms of a landing page. The offer, who, what, why, and where, and how, that kind of stuff. And then really push the book, push the email list, personalize it with your own expertise, and then say, here's the blog, or here are the latest articles that will back this up and show that I do have the expertise. That means that I am the guy to help your small business with this continuity issue. Okay, so I think that's kind of the top set of recommendations I have. Similarly, I would think about whether you need these like and tweet buttons, or even if you want to ask for comments. Those are all tools that make sense if you have a volume of traffic. If you don't, it just kind of makes the site look a little empty and alone. So it's kind of a question for you. You asked for marketing recommendations. I think your play here is probably more about search engine optimization. The amount of people that are going to come and tweet about your article about business continuity, probably not huge. I don't know the market, but my guess is that's not the best use of cluttering up your page. I would focus more on trying to make these articles interesting and graphically appealing. Some stock photos or graphics about business continuity plans to make each of these pop would be nice. Again, we can reference your competitor over here. See how they have a different photo for each of these blog posts. That looks real nice and it makes you want to click on it. You also notice, so the book, yeah, so I was going to say, you might want to make a whole page just about the book. It can pretty much repeat the same stuff you have here, and you've got some reviews here, which is good. The fact that this goes right to Amazon is good in the sense that it will encourage sales, but it also doesn't really explain what you get very well. It might be good to have a page with a bigger picture of this, a couple of the sample pages, and that kind of softly leads people into the sales environment. I could go either way on that, and it would create extra work for you that maybe you don't need, but it's worth considering to explain the book a little more. At some point, I would guess you're going to have a new and updated version of the book, or you're going to have. I noticed that on Amazon, one person complained that there wasn't an electronic version of the template. Maybe that's something you can add in there. On the website version, that you sell it only on the website or something like that. So there's different versions of the offer. One is the basic and one is the premium bundle that costs twice as much or whatever. Those are all things you can think about in terms of structuring the website. Now let's see. Oh, so I was going to say, so if we add the home page and then you add an email offer, and then you add a book page, you're sort of restructuring the site here a bit, and you come to a mix, and this is back to the marketing question about the free tools. If these are free tools, I think this needs to be mixed in with the get the tools free either in exchange for the email address that you're going to collect, or you get these free when you buy the book, or at least to learn more about the book. It needs to be a little more of a teaser, right, as opposed to just a here it is, plop. So I think that this may be valuable stuff. It needs explaining and packaging. So it looks like just another article. If this is a free tool, I think you need some more graphics or something that say basically, oh, amazing free tool, in bright letters, what is it? This looks like another article. So you need to explain what that is. And I'm guessing that this is one of them, the business process disruption impact evaluation. So this may be the tool here. Oh yeah, here we go. Get the full template with instructions. Okay, so you did that. It's built in here over onto Amazon.com. But this needs to be big and bold. This is why the website exists, right? Not one little sentence here in very small type that's just slightly different color. And then contract tree. If this is tool number 3, then say free tool number 3. Wow, there's 3. You got to sell this. And the same deal here with the full contract tree template worksheet. This needs to be a big, bold thing. Wow, a full contract tree template for free. Wow. So you need to jazz this up and make it more exciting and claim explain the benefit so that people can get excited and appreciative, and that should lead to more sales, which is the point of all this, right? So, okay, so let's move into marketing full on. So how are you going to market this thing? Well, that is a question. When we talked in that last private coaching call, then you had talked mostly about posting things on Amazon, and sales kind of came from Amazon this way. And that seems a reasonable way to do that. There are lots of things to do on Amazon itself. I don't know how much you know about keyword optimization, but that will work both on Amazon and in the general web on your website here. So optimizing for free business continuity planning tools is you could do a lot worse than that, right? Free, everybody loves free, and this BCP, to use the acronym you like, is the key phrase for this subject matter. Then you want to optimize this whole site for that, and that's where I would start, is with search engine optimization. So each of the posts that you have on the blog should lead with some keywords, as you did here. This is a good one right off the bat, BCP. Sorry, I'm against using the acronym. I was just using it because it said it there. You should spell it out as you did here. You need to learn how to use header tags, which are H1, H2, H3, so that there's some bolding. You've got all this is just rather dense text. This is hard for people to read because their eyes get bored, but it also hurts your search engine ranking compared to what you could get if you used header tags. So if this first sentence is the key phrase for this article, and I think it is because it has the business continuity plan, it has the word tool, it has disaster and business. This is a good keyword-rich sentence. Then you should format that in an H1 or an H2 or an H3 tag, something that makes it bigger and pop. That makes it easier for the humans to read, so they can scan it and go, that's what this is about? Oh, that's what it's about. Okay, yeah, I'll read this. And it's the same for the Google and Bing search engine crawlers, because they're going to look at this and they can't read, right? They're just bots, but they see all this text, and they're going to just rank it, and they're going to rank higher the words that are marked out by header tags. And if this is, again, same thing, in an H2 tag, it's going to say, oh, this must be what this page is about. It's in a big header tag, and that will help you improve your search engine rankings for the words that are in this highlighted text. Okay? And so you want to do that both for the main headline, and then you have some couple set sub-headlines, and break this up. An article this long should be broken into easily twice as many paragraphs, with probably half a dozen different headers of different sizes and shapes, and ideally some graphics as well. That'll make it a lot easier to read, a lot more visually appealing, and as I said, it'll improve your search engine ranking in general as well. So, okay, so how's that? We're laying it down here. That's about, looks like quite a few thoughts I've shared here already. Let's say, what else? Okay, so then outbound marketing. Well, so where are you going to find business continuity planning professionals to talk to or to buy this? If people are looking on Amazon, that's a great thing. I'm guessing that there might be some websites or some forums where you could talk about this. There might be Facebook groups. There might be Twitter groups. I don't know. Probably not on Pinterest. You might make a YouTube video about your book, or 3 or 5 videos, each addressing a different question. If you could make a quick video about each of these blog posts, for example, that are either you talking to the camera like I'm doing right now, or that are you off screen just speaking but with a quick PowerPoint presentation or something, and get those on YouTube and then link back to this website. Those will help you with search engine ranking and will help you with marketing. Those are the kind of things I would be thinking about. And then, of course, you can always just spend money and advertise. You could buy advertisements, certainly on Google, for searches on the keywords of business continuity planning or disaster recovery or any of the variations. You could spend money on Facebook and Twitter and all the other platforms as well, even Amazon.com. I think you could probably advertise on and promote your books that way as well. So there's lots of examples or angles that you could run here. You really should come over to the Masterminds forum, and we can kick these around and figure out which is the most cost effective for you given the time and money you have available. And that's at mastermindsforum.com, as I think you know. And I think my assistant probably sent you a free trial offer after our private coaching call. So come on in and we'll continue this conversation. And I hope this has been helpful to you, Eric. I enjoyed speaking to you. And if you'd like another private coaching call, then come on over to privatecoachingcall.com or privatecoachingcalls.com and sign up for one, or come on into the forum. And I look forward to hearing more about how businesscontinuityplantemplate.com evolves for you. And best of luck in your ongoing quest to become a best-selling Amazon author. So thanks for watching. I'm Scott Fox from expertwebsitereviews.com. Hope to see you online again soon.